Welcome back to Stories for Kids. So, kids and also the adults who are listening to these stories. So, this week again we'll read 3 episodes from Akbar and Birbal. So, which stories do you like most? Akbar Birbal, Tenali Raman, or Panchatantra, or maybe whatever I have read till now? Please comment below which stories did you like most. So, let's start our first episode with Akbar Birbal. So, the first story is A Trip Around the Earth. Okay, so before starting the story, let me tell you, if you have not subscribed my YouTube channel till now, please subscribe it. And if you are watching this from my Facebook group, then please comment your answer and also share it with your friends and family, this group, so that other kids or the parents of the kids can also join who wants to improve the creative thinking of their kids. So let's start today's episode, which is A Trip Around the Earth. Once an astrologer visited the court of Emperor Akbar. He was boasting of his knowledge of universe and specifically about the earth's shape. Akbar was caught by curiosity, so he was listening to his words with excitement and concentration. He said to the astrologer, "As you have said that the earth, our planet, is round in shape, so anyone travels from one point, wouldn't he reach the same point from where he started?" The astrologer answered, "Your Majesty, as the theories suggest, you are right. In the end, one would reach the starting point." Akbar exclaimed, "Theories? Wouldn't that happen in real?" The astrologer said, "Your Majesty, it is not possible to travel in such a manner as one would have to pass through boundless oceans, gigantic mountains, and the dense forest to follow the straight path." "I don't think that is a problem. That can be taken care of. All you need to do is to sail through the boundless ocean, make tunnels through the gigantic mountain, and ride on elephants to go through dense forest," suggested Akbar. But the astrologer said, "Your Majesty, it is not possible, as it will take many years to complete the journey around the earth." With even more curiosity, Akbar asked, "Why is it so? Tell me, how many years it will take to go round the earth?" "I will not be able to count how many years it takes. It will be a very long journey. Your Majesty, do not forget that the earth is a very big planet. In fact, it may take 100 or more years to complete the journey," explained the astrologer. "100? Are you sure? Well, you leave the task of calculating the years. My courtiers will do that for me," said the emperor. Akbar asked his minister to calculate the years. He confidently claimed that his ministers had answered to everything. Then he turned towards them and waited for them to start speaking. After a moment, answers started coming from them. Some said that it was not possible to calculate. Some answers came that it would take 25 years. Another said around 50 years, 1,000 days, etc. But Birbal sat quietly. Akbar said, "Birbal, don't you have anything to say? I was expecting the first and correct answer from you." Birbal replied, "Your Majesty, I took time to calculate the answer. I did not want to blabber anything and embarrass you." "What is your answer?" asked Akbar. "One day," said Birbal. Everyone was shocked. Then he explained, "Your Majesty, only if you travel at the speed of the sun." Haha. So this is funny, huh? Did you get what and why Birbal said that? If you get that, please comment below and let me know why Birbal said that if you move around the earth at a speed of sun, it will take one day. So let's start our next story, that is The Crying Child. One morning, Akbar has called all ministers and courtiers for very urgent meeting in the court. Everybody had to appear before emperor at the given time. As the clock struck 10, all the courtiers and the minister had come and seated on their respective seats. When Akbar came, he threw a glance across the hall to see if everybody was present. Birbal was not there. He asked, "Where is Birbal?" Everyone was quiet. One courtier stood up and bowed down before the emperor and said, "Your Majesty, Birbal had asked me to convey the message to you that he will not be able to make it here in time, but he will be here soon as possible." This made Akbar furious. After some time, Birbal came, bowed down before Akbar and seated himself at his place. Akbar asked Birbal, "Didn't you hear the order of being present in the court in time? Why were you late?" Birbal replied, "I beg your pardon, Your Majesty, but my child was crying and I wasn't able to calm him down." Akbar was disappointed with Birbal's reason, as he did not consider it to be a valid reason for coming late. So he expressed his displeasure and said, "Why did you take so long to calm a child down? Do you know how to handle a crying child?" Birbal said, "Your Majesty, if you don't mind, then please teach me how to do it. It would be great if I could learn it from you." Akbar, without any problem, agreed to do it. Everyone's eyes were fixed on the emperor, as they hadn't seen him doing any such things before. Akbar asked Birbal, "Do act like a child and cry as badly as possible." And he started crying like a baby. Akbar came closer and said, "Why are you crying, my child? What do you want?" Birbal replied while mimicking a child's note. "Cow! I want a cow right now." Akbar at once took Birbal to a cow. After a moment, he came back in the court with a cow. Akbar said, "See, here is the cow. Now stop crying." Birbal started crying even louder. Akbar asked, "Why are you crying now? Didn't you like the cow? Or do you want something else?" Birbal replied, "I feel hungry. I want to eat something. No, I want to drink milk." Akbar instantly ordered for milk, but Birbal didn't stop crying. Akbar again asked what he wanted. Birbal said, "I want you to put the milk back into the cow." Akbar laughed and accepted that it was not easy to calm a crying child down. So the next story is The Egg of Honesty. So this will be the last story for this day. Birbal was famous in the capital not only for his wit but also for his other unique qualities. One of his qualities was his love for children and their innocence. In fact, he himself was blessed with childlike innocence. This was the quality for which emperor used to love him. In the court, during heated discussions, he used to be the one to lighten the atmosphere with the help of his unmatched wit. One day, Akbar wanted to show his courtiers and ministers this quality of Birbal and prove them why he loved Birbal more than anyone else. He also wanted to teach them that one should always keep one's inner childlike innocence alive, as it brings positivity in life. So he planned a fun activity for everyone. The next morning, Akbar ordered all courtiers and ministers to reach the court before Birbal. He ordered his servants to bring a basket of eggs and hand one egg over to each of the persons sitting in the court. After a moment, Birbal arrived at the court. Akbar said to him, "Birbal, my friend, I saw a dream last night, which I am trying hard to recall. As far as I remember, there is a way through which I can find out who is the most honest courtier is. As a matter of fact, I can also see who are the honest and who are not." Birbal couldn't completely understand what the emperor trying to say. So he asked, "Your Majesty, how would that be possible?" Akbar explained, "Eggs have been placed in the middle of the pond, which is the palace garden. Whoever succeeds in getting all the eggs out will be the honest courtier." All courtiers were then ordered to go to the pond and do as they were told. Each of them went to the pond and brought an egg and gave it to emperor. Finally, it was the turn of Birbal. He stepped into the pond and tried to look for the egg, but he couldn't find one. In fact, he looked for the egg and in every corner of the pond, but he failed to locate any egg. Then he understood that it was Emperor's trick to befool him. The next moment, he returned to the palace while mimicking a cock. He even made sound like a cock and imitated its walk. Akbar asked him what he was doing. Birbal replied, "Your Majesty, I cannot produce an egg. See, I am a cock, not a hen. So, is it not possible for me to produce an egg?" Everyone in the court laughed heartily. Then Akbar realized that it was not easy to befool Birbal. So kids, did you like today's episode? If you like it, please mention it in the comment. And there is a surprise quiz for you. If you have listened to this episode till the end, then this quiz is for you. So tell me, what was the first story of Akbar Birbal? And what did you learn from this story? Please mention your learning in the comment below. If I like your answer, I may give you a gift. And that gift will be a puzzle book. So please write your answer so you can win the prize. Thank you for listening. And if you are not part of my Facebook group, the link is mentioned in the description box. Please join the Facebook group where I post puzzles, AB Live, these stories on a regular basis. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.